No difference, nothing's changed on that part. One of the things that's really nice about going into the 21st century with this combination sewer cleaner is that blower units, and you guys probably know this from experience, can be pretty noisy to operate from up front. You know, they're running the engine RPMs up, you've got the back, pumps going, so it's pretty noisy to operate these up front. The way that they're managing the systems now, we can actually get away with operating the truck chassis at lower operating RPM. Therefore, you can stand up in front of the hose reel and have a conversation without having to yell. Now, if we're going to manage the operating systems at a lower RPM, we're going to save a significant amount of fuel.
Legacy Equipment Company's annual Vactor training seminar at the Utah Cultural Celebration Center here in West Valley City. Got a classic Vactor there provided by West Valley City. Doing a walk around right now with the brand new Vactor Plus. Big thanks to Twin D Environmental for bringing this one down. Got attendees from all over the state of Utah, various municipalities, counties, UDOT, contractors.
Vacuum relief on here and throttle. Okay. So you do have blower on and off. That's where you can change the activation from the cab to out here, so you can run the blower in on and off out here. All this is behind here is actually a shifter. The same shifter that's in the chassis is behind here. Exactly the same one. So you can turn it on and off out here without jumping in and out of the truck. Operate. Here's your pump modes on here, so you can do low flow for, say, hydro excavation, body wash, that sort of thing. You get mid-range nozzles on here, set that at mid-range. That's for mid-range, say 30 to 50 gallon a minute nozzles, and high range, say 50 up to 80, because the maximum on this truck is 80 gallon a minute. It'll tell you right here on the rating of this truck, so it's 80 gallon a minute at 2,500 psi. And it does have all the caution labels. It does have the operation for the wireless on here. You don't have to guess each time of how to engage and disengage the wireless. It's really nice. They also have instructions on the visors on how to engage everything.
Unless we go back and reprogram. So what we ended up doing was just running a ground because it would work just fine with the ground. We're still doing a safety plan out there.
We're not concerned about abrasion in the debris body because the debris comes in and it rests once it filters in the body of the truck. So we don't have abrasion going on, but we do have corrosion issues that we're concerned with. The hose reels, we have several different options for hose reels, and I guess when I'm mentioning options, these trucks have over 600 options that can be purchased to make your jobs and your lives a little bit easier. The biggest problem with that is most of the people who spec the trucks for you don't know that these 600 options exist. So they're ordering off of last year's model or somebody else's model, and it may not have everything that you need. I would encourage, if there's somebody in here that is specking trucks, to do a little bit of research. Contact Legacy Equipment and find out all the option packages, because there's going to be something out there that's going to make your job a little bit easier. Whether it's nozzle choices, hose reel choices, body washouts, air purge kits, and the list goes on and on and on. The boom system, we manufacture 3 styles of booms now. On the 2100 series truck, we had 2 styles of booms. One of them was called an extendable boom, and the other was called a telescopic. On the Plus units, we've upgraded both of those, and we can put them together. We can have what we call a 5x5. First tube, second out of the water, and you can adjust the air opening on it, give you more or less air. The higher I have to lift, the more air I put. The smaller I lift, the less air. But this performs the same function as a Higby model. Now, a couple of years ago, in Albuquerque, we had a company, I think it was the city of Albuquerque. They had a running conduit, but they had some aggregate at the bottom of it that they needed to get out. Well, ideally, just hooking a Higby nozzle on there allow you to draw all that material out of the bottom of the running conduit. It worked, but not really well. So they tried this one, and it worked, but not really well. So somebody got the idea of putting both of them together, and they were actually able to clean the aggregate out of the bottom of that flowing conduit. So there are some things that you can do out there with the machines that will enhance your ability to do the other
Here, your 5 filters are inside here. They're cleanable. You put drain valves on here. You don't have to pull the plugs on here anymore. This is your exhaust on here for the blower. Blower here, right here. The side windows he was talking about are right in the front here, and also right in the back.
Is this just like the one you got? Oh, it does?
What do you see?
Yeah, because our older 21.
Oh, it's standard, brand new stuff.
We've had problems.
It's a fresh truck here. Like a brand new Vactor 2100 Plus Twin D's new unit. Just picked it up last week. All the new controls. Got a classic, Vactor Classic 2100 from West Valley City back there.
I'm aware of, not yet. Okay, if you get inside, they do have a tie-off here. Hold it on the side of the tank, and you can prop the door up with the safety locks. So, anyway, we'll go around the other side here. They do come with a little tool here to work the safety locks. So you can reach up there and operate those without climbing up on the truck. So we're talking about the grease manifolds on here. There's 2 grease manifolds on here.
You're supposed to drain these tanks every
You're
year.
not climbing
You're
all
not
over
supposed to
the
store them
truck.
full. But because it's defined as the emergency piece of equipment, everybody leaves the water tanks full. Silver calcium. Now, we've had some companies that have tell us that
Anyway, the controls for body raise and the door raiser here with the electric switch and also e-stop. On here, this is one of the e-stops. We have 4 on this truck. We have one on the radio controller. It's handheld now, really a nice controller. Really easy to operate, but we also have e-stop on here. There's 2 e-stops on the front of the truck. So a lot of safety built into this truck. You also have pendant control, so if you just want to run the pendant, do that. You can do it through the radio controller, or you can do it on the front of the unit. So there's a lot of different options. We put drains on here. We were talking about opening these drains up. Normally they have a plug in here. We opted to put the drain on there so the operator can open this up, drain it out.
It varies. Some guys do.
Something like that, and now at least you'll know why you never saw the nozzle come out of the upstream manhole. As the operator at that manhole, where the nozzle is, went in, how do you know if you've taken a wrong turn all of a sudden? There's going to be visual evidence that I'm not in the sewer system anymore. What would that be? Encroachment. How about you flush back? All of a sudden I start seeing a lot of mud or maybe peat gravel or something like that they used to shape the pipe, but the characteristics of my debris is going to change. And I'm not flushing poo anymore. I'm not flushing pee anymore. All of a sudden it looks like I'm trying to do a hydro excavation with a nozzle. 9 reasons for failure. Number 1 reason for failure is routing. How do we protect the hose when we're routing the hose? Tiger tails, right on. How many tiger tails can you use at one time?
As many as you want.
Now this is critically important when we start talking about easements. So I can't get my truck down this alleyway. I've got to be 50, 60, 100 feet away from that manhole. I just got back from Trinidad earlier this year, and whenever they designed their sewer systems and storm drains and all that, everything's written down on paper. And they got engineers that set everything up. But when they release this for construction, it doesn't always look like how it was drawn up. And a perfect example is they were telling me that they had to go do this one house. So it was down this alley, down a hill, around this fence, and in these people's house, and they had to remove tile in the kitchen floor, and there was the manhole. It happens, you know, third world country. So every time they had to make a turn or go around the fence or a curve or anything like that, they needed the tiger tail to protect the hose so that it didn't get shaken. Remember, when I got water pressure and thrust, and I'm trying to pull that hose back, there's a lot of pressure being created. So if I got it going around a bend and I'm pulling that back, it's trying to scab or skin the outer thermoplastic covering on that hose because I don't have it protected.
Normal 600-pound hand grabber unit. These are your hydraulic components. For your valves, that's your boom control up here, and this is your body and your door. Boom raise, all that stuff. Part of the hydraulic system. We do have 2 PTOs on this truck. We have an A and a B that runs the different flows for your mid-range, your high range, and your low range. So normally with this truck, you start it up, push the master switch on, turns the PTO A on, called the first PTO. On the roll pin, you can run the boom, the body.
On the roll pin when you're picking it up in order to bring it out. And if I can remember how to do it, that's it.
They say we have to wire and bungee ours up because we're always just
okay, and this is an option. You can do this to your machine. You can order these springs. We've got part numbers.
So you can add these to the older units.
You can take it and get rid of that. Because you've got that roll pin down here that's always falling out or breaking. Yeah.
Trust me, I know I've demolished them.
Yeah, if you just call it hardwood style hardwood.
What do you think, Jimmy?
I'm thinking it's all good.
It's all good. How you like it, Salt Lake City?
I'm loving it here.
All right.
Got the mountains, got the blue skies, got some nice puffy white clouds.
Oh yeah.
Tomorrow I gotta go back to Illinois.
Doing a great job. We appreciate you.
Thank you.